Something is changing inside India's startup ecosystem. Over the past year, more than 4,800 employees have been laid off. At the same time, companies aren't stopping the hiring process. They've just actually started hiring differently. Teams are getting smaller, expectations are getting way higher. And the question now is not how many people you hire, but what each person can do. So answering this very important question is Smriti Nadik, who is joining me. She's written this article for the Analytics India magazine. Smriti is a wonderful journalist and she has a very interesting perspective on things. And right now, let's find out if this is a point for all of us to panic. How are you doing, Smriti? You're not panicking because you've joined Front Page. You understand the context.
Yes, all good. Sadi, how are you?
Very well. Always a pleasure to have you with us. What is going on? Let's first start with that. Are startups actually hiring less or just becoming more selective, Smriti?
They're becoming selective and hiring less. It's kind of like a market correction right now since the funding has dropped. You mentioned 4,800 jobs were lost last year since July. And only in the last 6 to 8 months, we've lost so many jobs in startups itself. So they're becoming more selective because they don't want to spend a lot of money. They're not getting a lot of funding, so they don't want to hire a lot of people who are very experienced also because they can't match up their salaries.
True.
That's what is happening. That's why they have to keep leaner teams right now.
You talked about course correction. I want to understand something like this doesn't just go away. One needs to bring in certain norms, certain value additions maybe, to make sure that we are back on track again. Two things I want to ask you. Why is it that the funding has dropped so drastically? It's almost been from $39 billion in 2021 to $10.5 billion in 2025. That's a huge drop.
Yeah.
Why is that first? And what should be done to deal with this kind of a pressure, which is the capital pressure?
So starting with the funding, I think there are a few things that we need to address. One is that the FDI has dropped a lot. We don't have a lot of foreign investors coming in because of the bureaucratic processes. Also, the tax reforms that are being changed in India right now.
Right.
Nobody wants to pay a lot of money to fund AI startups. The competition has grown a lot. When we have a lot of competition in AI and deep tech startups, we don't have a lot of players, investors, or private equity markets that want to invest in something risky right now. We don't have a lot of government funding also that coming in. We keep hearing, I'm currently researching about the deep tech and AI policies in the southern states because we've rolled out a few since mid last year. But whatever they're offering also is not coming up to a mark where people can actually put in use for their R&D, put in use for hiring people, or making their own computes at one point, creating architecture that is their own proprietary models and not just a application layer on top of another model. So for all of this, funding has dropped, and a lot of funding has been taken to big tech and to governments where they can create AI infrastructure. So there's been a slight gap there where we're thinking about infrastructure more than what kind of startups need to come from India, and we need to nurture them. So that's one of the things. The second thing is that since there is no money, nobody wants to keep hiring people. Also, they don't want to think about AI startups or data startups right now as something that is really important or like problem solving companies, because everybody is kind of solving the same kind of problems, not really catering to the public that needs to happen. We also don't have a lot of scaling that is happening apart from when they're collaborating with big tech companies or being in the batches of Y Combinator and other accelerator programs like that. So scaling has become very difficult. So for investors to look at something right now, the cohesiveness between the government funding plus private capital is something that's not happening right now.
Smriti, I was just thinking while you were, giving us this insight, what does it do to the mindset of the candidate? Because at one level, the entire hiring is kind of drying up. in the startup ecosystem. We all know what is going on in the IT services sector. We all know what is generally going on in terms of the jobs understanding. So, what does a candidate do? I mean, how does one have to deal with this sort of a situation? So, obviously, I had this thought in my head: how do you become the ideal candidate when there is this kind of a paucity you have to deal with?
Mhm. I mean, let's look at it from the macro level in India right now. Of 67 million of graduates in India, only 11 million are unemployed right now. So there's a huge chunk of youth right now that is very scared and not getting any jobs.
Yeah.
One of the things is obviously that anxiety looms over you all the time, but people are also constantly looking at upskilling themselves, because mere degrees are not mattering right now. What you bring to the table, what kind of skills you have, how many kind of roles you can manage in one single role is what people are looking for, unfortunately. You can't just be a data scientist and not look at like other operational values within the company. So you know how in a supply chain we have like different people doing different things. Now you need one person to do a lot of things because AI has come into place. So that anxiety is always there, but I feel like that is also driving the competitiveness within the youth to constantly upskill themselves. But there's also disappointment I see around me. I see a lot of anxiety. I see a lot of people not understanding what is happening in the market right now, because it's been years that we've been struggling, and I think it's going to just keep increasing right now if we don't have some sort of correction in the market.
Smriti, very quickly, before I go on to the layoff aspect of things, I have to ask you this. You know, the other day, I remember somebody had commented on one of the stories that we had done on front page, and I thought it was a very worthwhile comment. This gentleman said that everyone keeps saying upskill, upskill. So, well, what does it mean? And I think it makes sense because it's a generic buzzword. But how would you, because I'm asking you, you deal with a lot of founders, you are constantly in the ecosystem. What is that one clarion call that people are saying when it comes to upskilling? What should one do?
Upskill, I think, is a very vague term also right now, because there's not one thing that a hiring manager is looking for.
Right.
They kind of want to see also if you're in the operational sector or the role. They want to see if you can also do marketing. They want to see if you can also do a little bit of copywriting. What kind of innovation you bring to the team. So vaguely put, upskilling is not just AI certifications, SAP certifications that people need to keep doing, to get better jobs. It's also about what you bring to the table entirely. If you are creative enough to be retained in the team, if you are a fully team player, who wants to support the team and take charge whenever, take initiative whenever it's necessary. Those kind of skills, those soft skills are what like people are looking for, and that's what I heard about some of the founders as well when I spoke to them for this article.
Fabulous point. I think you've just hit the nail on the head. It's important, fair, keep getting certifications, that is fine, those are your hard skills, but the soft skills is, I think, where the real magic is, because a lot of people look at communication, a lot of people look at creativity, being impromptu. Fair point, Smriti. I think that just gives some method to the madness of upskilling.
Yeah.
But then, of course, that brings me to the next thought, which is, should layoffs be seen as a correction, or should we look at them as a deeper structural change? What's your thought?
So I've had both perspectives in mind. It is some sort of market correction right now, because when you're trying to build a team, you want all the best, people in your team, and you kind of overindulge in it and start hiring people because you see it in a very macro level, where you're scaling in the global market as well. But it's kind of a structural change right now, because they're increasingly seeing how AI can truly change your efficiency, your productivity in a team. Especially when you see from the starting of 2025 until now, the funding has consistently dropped at some point of time. So you need to keep making that change within your teams, because when big tech is laying off a lot of people, there are a lot more talent that are available to be taken in your teams, but you can't keep hiring them because they require different kind of payrolls that startups cannot be affording. When that happens, you need to change something within your team, keep it smaller, keep it 10 to 15 people, which is what I've heard from companies that are, let's say, 4 to 5 years max old, that they want to keep their team smaller so they don't have to keep spending money on giving other people the payrolls or the paychecks. They need to see, they need to put in that money into their own startups because the capital is not coming. This is, yeah, the market correction is there. That needs to happen at some point of time. But when we look at inflation also, when we look at how much compute costs these startups have, what kind of market scaling that they have in mind, keeping a lot of people in the team is not going to help them. So structurally, I think they've been changing since July. That is why we've had a lot of startups like Flipkart, Porter, Jungly Games, Zepto, Krutrim also laying off a lot of people, because this is not just the AI startup sector, it is the gaming, e-commerce, edtech sectors that are also laying off a lot of people, because at the leaner teams is what is working out for all of them.
Fair enough. I think you've honestly summed it up beautifully well, Smriti, as always. Of course, these are not the greatest of times. There are a lot of factors which I feel are constantly in a very dynamic state. And I think predicting a lot of things right now might not be the best thing to do. I think it's just about a wait and watch, and make sure that one is constantly working on themselves, improving oneself, and keep a very close ground to the ear, because you never know how things start to shift, things start to take a turn for the better. And as you had just put it in your article as well, it is definitely a positive aspect that you're trying to tap into, that this is not just a slowdown, it's, I believe, a reset, and I think that's what you're getting at. And as always, Smriti, it's been a true pleasure having you with us. And I really wish that moving forward, we are able to overcome this strange crisis that we are going through. And we'll obviously keep calling you back on Front Page, because it's always a pleasure to speak with you. And ladies and gentlemen, for all of you watching, please make sure that you follow Smriti and her articles at the Analytics India magazine. So, well, here is our little humble submission in terms of the Front Page take. We believe this is not just a slowdown, it's a reset of sorts in how startups are built, from large teams chasing growth to smaller teams expected to deliver more. And in that very shift, adaptability is becoming more valuable than scale. And I think that is what Smriti was trying to hit at. It's about the development of the softer skills. Obviously, the hard skills are important. And please do let us know, what do you feel? If you have anything interesting which could help, let's say, a lot of the people overcome this crisis, please share the comments in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the AIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.